I mean, it means the world to me. This is the game you play for in Minnesota. I mean, like, it's the most important game on the schedule. Then, because this week is 1-0 this week, but just to go out with a win like that is the most perfect outcome I could really think of.
When you guys look at the first half as the defense, you shut out Wisconsin. Why do you guys think you guys came out so hot today?
I think everybody lost coming off of last week. We knew that it was going to take our complete effort and complete commitment to go out there together on defense, and all 11 are playing on the same accord. It's real special, which we saw in that first half.
Darius, we saw you got the brace contact and a lot of runs. What was it like for you out here today, and then what did you see from the offensive line as they had to reshuffle with Tay going out?
I think that our O-line did a great job with Tay, and once Tay went down, I feel like our guys stepped up great. I mean, it was a hard-nosed football game. You know, run the ball when they know you run when they know you're going to run the ball. So I mean, it was just a physical game. I mean, it was fun, and it was a great experience to be a part of.
Darius, how excited were you for Marcus Major getting that big 40-yard run up?
I was super excited. I mean, it's great to always see the guys in the room succeeding. I mean, like I said earlier in the season, once whoever goes in, I mean, there's no drop off. That's one thing that we hold ourselves to in that room is there's no drop off whoever goes in the game. So I think that he holds up the standard great, and I do my best to do that as well. And everybody in the room will do that once they get in the game. I think that Max did a great job just facilitating the game. I mean, he puts the ball where it needs to be. I mean, and he just made plays all day, to be honest.
Darius, can you speak to how much it means you guys to end their streak of win seasons and probably bowl games? That's something they put up on.
I mean, that wasn't the focus coming into the game. The focus coming into the game was just to be 1-0, just focus on our fundamentals and details. I mean, and just be us, and that happened, but that wasn't the focus coming into the game.
Ethan, what did it mean to you for winning the act?
Yeah, I mean, really something that you
I mean, it was amazing. Anytime you can beat your rival like that, at most, like, it's just a special feeling. And one last time to end the season on a very high note, it's just a pleasure to be a part of.
Justin, I think the defense had 10 passes defended, and the defensive line got their hands up quite a bit too. Is that a point of emphasis for you guys? Get your hands in passing?
Well, every week we harp on the same things, just being detailed and executing it to the highest level. And I feel like today we really executed, especially in the first half. We were executing really well on all levels. And when the D-line is getting pressure and the secondary is covering very well, that's how that happens.
Justin and Ethan, you guys make a decision if you're going to play in the bowl game or not?
I mean, that's not our focus right now. Our focus was just being 1-0 this week and enjoying this win right now.
Any more questions for the guys? All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't really know who was going to go. I didn't know how it was going to shake out. But Coach Callahan came up to me. He was like, "Q, I need you." And we just rolled. You know, I'm ready to play whatever position the team needs me to play. And it was a lot of fun today.
It's always difficult when it's colder, a little windy, but I think it's a matter of getting in the rhythm in pregame, feeling where the corners are in the end zone and feeling where the wind's coming from and adjusting on the fly. And I think it's a lot on the quarterback, but it's also on the receivers too, because the ball will spin and travel in different directions depending on where the ball's thrown. And I thought my guys did an amazing job today, tracking balls and making really hard catches today. So they did a great job of that.
For any of you guys, PJ's birthday,
Is that me?
Your turn.
A little bit. It's nice we got to see him. I'm sure that feels a lot better to him after a win than it would if it were the other way around. But yeah, it's just makes it all the more special.
Dana, I think the defensive line set a new season high with that point of emphasis throughout the week.
Yeah, it was definitely a point of emphasis this week, and it's really been a point of emphasis all year, and it really showed up this week. We harped on it all week, getting our hands up, batted down balls. We knew that the release point was going to be a little bit lower than what we'd seen in previous games, so it was definitely an emphasis.
You had a nice embrace with PJ there when they're. You talk about that moment, kind of just what your relationship has been like with him and the trust that he's shown you with this offense.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Having a staff that fully trusts you is a really cool feeling. It's not 100% normal all the time to have that in college football nowadays, and the staff's been absolutely grateful for that. And it starts with Coach Fleck, and it goes down throughout the staff and through Coach Harbaugh, and they've done an amazing job. It's absolutely amazing that I ended up in this spot. I think I got pretty lucky. There's a lot of guys that transferred and didn't get as lucky with that, and I couldn't have found a better place with this team. And I've had an absolute blast playing football with this team this year, and with Coach Fleck, it's just made it all the more special. I think it's cool to have a head coach that you're aligned with, with your morals and your values on a daily basis, and it makes coming to the office at 5 a.m. a lot of fun.
Max, you came to this Minnesota-Wisconsin rivalry from the outside. So what does it mean now that you've won it? Does it seem even more real?
Yeah, I think it definitely takes, for a person to play in the game to understand what the rivalry feels like. And, I played in the New Hampshire-Maine rivalry for 3 or 4 years there, and now I got to transition to here, to the oldest college football rivalry in the country. And the atmosphere is absolutely amazing. It shows you what, the pageantry of college football is all about. Playing an absolutely really tough rivalry game at Minnesota versus Wisconsin and at Camp Randall. What else could you ask for? And I think the guys took that with a lot of pride and worked their butts off all week, and that's why we won this week.
Growing up, watching the Gophers, you see the seniors chop down the goalposts, whenever they win, and a dream as a young kid from Minnesota, and to be able to do that was so surreal. But before I got to do that, a couple of my brothers stormed the field, and then they got escorted out. But that was very emotional. They're running up to me, and this is big for them, obviously, being from Minnesota and being a Gopher fan. Our dad played for the Gophers, so very surreal moment, and just blessed to be here.
Yeah, it's a couple years ago, getting to see
with cold games like this, it definitely hurts less if you're the one delivering the blow, right? Being the hammer, not the nail. And that's the mentality up front in any game, no matter the weather. So, I love playing in these games. I love playing in cold weather. I'm used to it. And, it definitely comes down to who's going to hit first and who's going to hit harder. And, it stings a little bit when you get hit, but that's what we're trying to do anyway, is to make them sting. Never. Ever. No. I heard from Coach Cal that he needed me, and I have trust in the guys around me. I have trust in my preparation. I have trust in the Lord that I'm going to go out and do what I need to do for the team to win. And there's definitely things to clean up at left tackle, but it takes what it takes, and I feel I did my best today.
Also, Daniel Jackson up here as well now. Daniel, what does it mean to you to
first time for that. But to be able to go out there and get that axe win on my last season is huge.